Om Shanti, everyone. Welcome to the next normal. Hello, how are you? I'm so happy that you're joining us again here in the next normal. I'm your host, Sister Jenna, and what a past few months we've had. So much going on, whether it's internally in the soul or externally in our world or even in our families. You notice how things don't stop even when you want to? Just, you want to get off of a train that's moving, but you know that's not a good idea. So you kind of wait until the train gets to its destination to get off. And sometimes these stops are very long in between. And so you have to be patient. Just patient on your journey. Today's conversation is about the virtue of patience and how important it is to aid you in your spiritual growth and development. As a teacher of the Brahma Kumaris for a few decades, I've come across many students. They come to the meditation centers, they subscribe to the meditation Raj Yoga course, and when they do the Raj Yoga meditation course, they are given an option to continue their training and development by attending the morning classes and also participating in service and becoming a member to do the service of the Brahma Kumaris to make the world a better place. And then you'll have always, I'm telling you this, 7.5 out of 10 of the students who will take the Raj Yoga meditation course, and within 4 or 6 months, they have this awareness that they're experts. And I've seen it so often. They will subscribe to becoming a vegetarian instantly, purity in their relationships, perhaps want to come every day to the classes, do everything that folks like me have been doing for quite a number of years. And I've invited them to just be patient with the process. And when I do that, sometimes they'll think or say to me, you don't really want me to grow, you don't want me to be spiritual, etc., etc. And of course, in reality, that's not what I'm saying. But when you come to your awakening, you have to build a foundation. And after you build the foundation, you can build your stage of awareness as high as you want it to be. But sometimes people get impatient and they don't recognize the importance of the foundation. And they start to construct these buildings, building of thought, the stage of thought, the image of who they want you to consider themselves to be. They will even project an image in front of their family members that they've lived with for 10, 20, 30 years, and with a subtle ego of, look at how good I am now. You see how good I am and see how powerful I'm becoming as a yogi? There is no doubt every single soul that studies here will attain a spiritual power. There is no doubt about that. But to sustain that power requires continued study. You see, you can earn $100,000 a day, and you can spend $150 a day. You'll still be in debt, right? But what you'll focus on, I earn $100 a day, but cost of living, the economy, inflation, my bills, my responsibilities are just too much. I need a raise. But no one ever really focuses on the expenditure of things, that a lot of the things that they are buying into are things they don't really need. And they become quite impatient with wanting to live a particular lifestyle when there isn't enough money in the pocket. Have you been there? You want everything that the best of life has to offer you, but you get very impatient in the process. And this impatience blocks your awareness or your intellect to grasp and discern really what is needed at this time. And so sometimes you make decisions that actually become a challenge for you down the road. You make a decision that creates an obstacle on your pathway, and you forget what you did before, what got you there. Again, you earn 100, but you're spending 150. In the same way, at a spiritual level, let's say you've taken the Raja Yoga course and it's been 6 months of your growth and development, and you are ready to become the guru of tomorrow, and you're ready to tell the whole world to change themselves, and you're ready to stand up on a podium and give the teachings of Raja Yoga meditation so that everybody recognizes God, the Supreme Soul, is upon us. The energy is now available to us. And then you go home and you fall apart. You crash. You become depressed. You get angry or upset. It's a sign that you were impatient on your journey. Impatience is like picking a mango. On the outside it looks ripe, but you can feel that it's hard, it's not ripened. But you're so attracted to the coloring of the outside of the mango, you don't want to wait for the mango to ripen properly. And so you cut into the mango, and what do you get? Kacha, it's green. It looks so good though. It's the same thing with our own lives. We have to know the right time to think in a particular way, to speak to souls in a particular way, to make our life's decisions in a particular way. And far too often we become impatient with the process. And the process is connected to sincerity. How sincere are you when it comes onto your transformation as a person? Is your transformation focused on truly healing the self? Or is your transformation trying to show the world that you're all together? Which one? Because the one that says, I want the world to recognize that I've arrived, that isn't sincerity, and so there's no patience in your process. But if you're sincere, and you're really checking those thoughts that inhabit your interior world, you will be patient with the process. Because you yourself will be the best and only person that can truthfully determine if you're doing you right or if you're trying to deceive yourself. For the students before coming to the teachings of Raja Yoga meditation, we've been in so many different situations and circumstances, no? And many times we wear these masks. It's only because of other people. We wear these masks for them to see us in a particular way, but it's not who you are. In my young days, when I was being trained as an instrument for the Brahma Kumaris, I was really genuine to the process, but I was also not genuine to the process. And I'll explain why. I wanted to speed up my transformation because it looked so perfect on the dadis and the senior sisters. When I would look at Daddy Janki, Daddy Prakashmani, Daddy Gulza, Sister Jayanti, I was like, wow, they're perfect. They are perfect. I want that for me. When I would look at my mother, Sister Gita, even though that comes with a little bit of a different of opinion, but there was a beauty, a spiritual beauty, a spiritual integrity. And I wanted that like yesterday. I didn't know I wanted it. But based on my choices, now I can tell you I really wanted it. And what happened to me for my first 3 or 4 years? I did everything I was informed to do. This is the way you sit, because sitting in an aligned fashion will keep your link to God simple and easy to access. Don't eat with your senses in mind as you're eating, taking the food and eating it. Very good, delicious. That is feeding the emotional lack. But eat in God's remembrance. And the food will serve your temple. So many different things I was taught to do. And by the way, I did come with very good manners. So it wasn't difficult for me to follow. It was very much in alignment with my behavior before, but with more clarity and refinement, such as the eating practice. I had not known that before spiritual understanding, I would eat to finish off the food, either fast or to fulfill my emotional needs. And then I learned about patience in eating and being mindful that this food was prepared in God's remembrance. And God is fulfilling my emotional needs with this food. And so I had to learn to be patient when I would eat, because the food was taking care of my physical temple, but also my spiritual and emotional needs. It's incredible, isn't it? The things that you learn on the journey. So I did everything right, but internally I hadn't reached the consciousness of all the things I was doing right. I was becoming impatient, and I've seen this generation. I will tell them, don't walk like that, sit properly. Sister, I don't have the consciousness yet. When I have the consciousness, I'll do it. And I've thought to myself, I never told that to my instruments. I should have. Or I could have asked my instrument, can you teach me, what do you mean, walk lightly? Ever since I've known myself, I've just walked and everybody know I'm coming in the room. Says, okay, I'll be happy to show you. While you're walking and moving around, consider yourself a soul, benevolently sending vibrations of peace in the atmosphere. And as you develop that consciousness in you, automatically your feet will touch the earth with reverence. And you'll put peace in the earth. You see, I didn't ask my instrument that over 30 years ago. And this generation will tell me, I don't have that awareness in me, sister. This is who I am. I go, thank you for that. Because it's absolutely correct. Patience. They're communicating to me, I'm going to be patient with my journey, the Sister Jenna, and I trust you. I know you're going to guide me in the way I should be guided, but for right now, this is the best that I can do. And if I feel forced, I get scared. I get sad, sister, and I get uncomfortable. And I stop trusting you because now you're forcing me to be better, and I don't know if I have it. Isn't that beautiful when someone can be that open to you? They are being patient with their process. And sometimes I get impatient with their process. Say, come on, let's go, let's go. If the foundation isn't firm, how in the world is that person going to sustain their spiritual growth and heights? The foundation has to be firm, and that requires patience. So let's do a little meditation on this incredible virtue of patience and feel the importance of patience on yourself. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Breathe in again. Exhale. In this very moment in my journey, if I'm being very honest with myself, I've had too many moments of racing ahead of myself, trying to become someone or something. And I forget the beauty and the power in being patient with my process. I think sometimes I get distracted looking at others who seem way ahead of the game, and gloating and sometimes feeling the arrogance of my lack of knowing myself by looking at others who are behind me. You forget these things along the way because of impatience. And at this very moment in my life, my awareness of being patient with my process is activated. With my patience, I'm able to be sincere. And this sincerity and patience are together with me in my journey of elevating my life. I won't miss anything if I'm patient. I won't miss anything if I'm sincere. But rather, in being sincere and patient, I'm acquiring and experiencing subtle, important powers and tools within my being. This is building my foundation, capturing the simple realizations, capturing moments of wisdom, capturing my inner silence and truth. Patience attracts great fortune. Patience keeps my mind at peace. Patience says I'm wise. And patience gives me self-respect. And patience will accommodate the impatience of others. It is a humbling virtue. It is a virtue of great wisdom. This virtue has great depth and great truthfulness in it. And I am a patient soul. I am patient. Patience is my virtue. Let's visualize yourself in many situations you encounter in a day where patience is needed. Take a deep breath now, in and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. Thank you for being patient with me in the meditation. Let's go to awakened intelligence. What is patience? It's the ability to endure difficult circumstances, delays, or challenges without becoming frustrated or upset. It involves staying calm, composed, and maintaining a positive attitude while waiting for something to happen or working through problems. Patience often requires self-control, perseverance, and an understanding that some things take time to develop or resolve. It is considered a virtue in many cultures and spiritual traditions, as it helps individuals handle stress, build resilience, and make better decisions in the face of adversity. Very true. Absolutely correct. So now let me take you to a soul that was very patient, our lovely Sister Gita effect.
We need to learn how to make our minds as powerful as our Supreme Parent. Loving God, let nothing disturb you. Let nothing frighten you. All things in your life are passing. Patient, endurance. One whom God possesses lacks nothing. This is from Sister Teresa of Avila. Daddy asked, where and how should I begin in telling you about a loving God? It is difficult enough to convey to others the love you might feel for another human being, since beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. With the Supreme, the Divine, too, there have been countless ideas and opinions. I have learned that the way to be close to God is to have a clean heart, full of good wishes and pure feelings towards others, with no animosity in your heart. Ask yourself, is there any animosity within my heart? However, most of us require a catalyst or spur to set us on the road towards recovering such fullness and cleanliness in spirit. Love is definitely the greatest way to go. But we also need wisdom and determination to keep going no matter what obstacles come in the way. My own initial inspiration was the inner work that the founder did, Brahma Baba. Through his practice of soul consciousness, which is your essence, he maintained high-quality thoughts and feelings in the face of all provocation and gained such stability as to be able to reveal and transmit what is divine power. That was what drew so many of us towards him. We wanted to give our lives to the task of being able to do the same for others. It is the opening of this third eye, the eye of inner recognition and understanding, which connects us to the Supreme. When we simply love God in a devotional way, taking on board ideas passed down through the centuries, there was a lot of scope for individual interpretation and bias. The world now needs a global renewal of consciousness, and for that, we need absolute clarity about who we are, who God is, and what we must now do. So let's learn our essence and live our essence. Thank you. Om Shanti. Have a beautiful, essence-full day.
I have known Sister Gita all my life. I don't ever remember her rushing. This was her strongest virtue was patience. Thank you, Sister Gita. So, as we move along in our day, my invitation to you is to apply the virtue of patience. See what happens for you, how it emerges for you, how it helps you along the way. So to all of you out there, all of you, my love and good wishes and patience for your life and the relationships around you. Let's amplify our love and let's continue to send our good wishes and pure feelings to each other. And just remember that the more you love everyone the same, the less attachment you'll have within you. Thank you so much for joining us today on The Next Normal. Take care.